This is the marquee event for the School Board Association as well as business officials and school district administrators for our state. This is the 93rd year that we've had a conference, so there's quite a tradition. It's an opportunity for us to bring engaging speakers and for school districts to be able to share their success stories that are happening in their districts. So we have lots and lots of breakout sessions that are being presented by school board members, superintendents, business officials. Really, what we want to do at the conference is to give people tools to go back to their districts and actually make an impact. Learn something that they could replicate in their individual school districts. And so even though it's the third week in January in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin, and we're hardy Midwesterners, so we don't mind the weather, it's not about where we are. It's just that the group of people that come together are so committed to education and the future of the students in the state. It just provides an opportunity, a great venue for us to bring exhibitors, to have general session speakers, to elevate the discussion around education in Wisconsin.
The focus this year is, the theme is Forward Together. And what that basically means, and it's frankly been a focus every year since I've been here, and that is to share best practices, to share new ideas, to become informed about the newest ideas. That becomes a challenge as time moves on because frankly, with technology today, new ideas move much more quickly, change much more quickly, and are tested more quickly. And with that in mind, our challenge is to try and stay on top of that and then be able to relate it to the classroom where we have to meet the challenges. I mean, we could rest on our laurels, I suppose, of high test scores in general and low dropout rates, but we have to figure out what these new best practices and new teaching methods are so we can deliver to the people that we're not quite serving yet.
It's an opportunity for governing board members and superintendents to learn together as a team, both in terms of policy and practice. So anytime you can have that opportunity to work at it together, that's significant. I think it's reflective. Today, the interest is up, the attendance is up, and I think that's a reflection of the kind of the earnest feeling people have about needing to change things.
This morning we had a phenomenal breakfast speaker, Dr. C.J. Huff, the superintendent of the Joplin, Missouri School District, simply spellbound the entire room, talking about how that school district came together after a horrendous tornado and was able to open up in 84 days and serve the schools of Joplin, Missouri. But beyond telling us about what happened in Joplin, he really challenged us to become committed to all of our students, to thinking about those students that maybe are homeless, those students that don't have someone that's able to provide them with a meal. He really wanted us as educators to raise the issue of who cares about the kids.
Tornado alley, and I kind of know how tornadoes operate, so I jumped in my vehicle instead of seeking shelter, this is how we roll.
And he also told us we need to tell our stories, which is something that I, as the executive director of the Wisconsin Association of School Boards, tell my members all the time. We must stand up for public education in this state, in this nation. If we don't do it, no one else will, and we're very close to the students that we're serving. So it's incredibly important for us to tell the story. And so it was great to hear Dr. Huff this morning remind us of the importance of sharing those stories.
My presentation is about writing your own obituary. And it's, sounds like a weird thing, but most people never get to read their own obituary because it's hard to read when you're dead, and I got to read mine. And I'll leave the surprise for what it said, but I got to read my obituary.
It says with these three words. Okay, let's get here. That's it. He was I. And I was like, wait, what was I? Right? And I'm a writer, it's a perfect metaphor, right? But I couldn't shake that, right? What was I? Was I good? was I?
And when I did, it kind of changed my view of life and how we look at what we do every day. But needless to say, what it's really about is what's going to be in your obituary. So when you die, what are they going to say about you? And that's a crazy question and a potent question, but a question worth asking. I hope what they take is the difference between themselves and what they do for themselves and what they do for other people. Because what you do for yourself is your job title, where you go to school, that's all for yourself, and it's great. But when you die, your resume fades with you. Your job title and where you went to school is gone. Nobody cares. What you do for other people, that's your legacy, and that's what's always remembered. And so we're going to scare them into thinking about that.